Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another video. In this video, we are going over the Orchis team. As of making of this video, their core orbs are still available within the store. We're gonna decide, specifically on these three newer guys, we're gonna decide to core or not to core. We're gonna answer the question. We're gonna go over their kits and stats, and we're gonna have our own opinion. I think the team overall performs also as a three-man team. I got lucky, got free 100 drops on Sentinel and Nimrod, and I guess I was one of the few lucky ones. I am in fact free to play, not spending money on this game, but first when I unlocked Sentinel, I got that 100 drop on Sentinel. The 3-piece with Scientist Supreme and Lady Deathstroke were getting through the Orchis raids, coupled with other tech characters, but now that I got Nimrod unlocked with some luck, we have an even easier time in raids. But my opinion on the characters are a little bit different from what I've experienced with them. Let's start with Nimrod. Nimrod's main job is damage, and he goes pretty fast based on the number of summon tech guys. So in raids, he gives speed up to a maximum of 50 per summoned tech ally, which is going to be cool, especially if you have Mysterio, if you have Ultron, anybody who summons. Ultron doesn't survive in raids, but if you have Mysterio, he summons on spawn, and he's gonna give everyone that. Nimrod is gonna give everyone that, but it's only in raids though. It's pretty unfortunate. His passive is very short and simple. He gets a stealth on kill, and when he has a stealth, he gets damage, which is okay. And he gets speed for himself for each tech summoned ally. So in raids, it's everyone. By himself, it's going to be outside of the raids. But the rest of his kit is just defense down, disrupted, 100% crit chance. If this character has 3 allies, it's gonna apply the trauma, which is good. He has an ability block, which is a 3-turn cooldown, which is also okay. In raids, it's gonna have some stuns and other stuff as well, and it's gonna flip all the positive effects into negative effects, which is pretty powerful. But overall, I think since I have experience not having him, and I use the 3-piece team, and I've had an okay time in raids, I would say Nimrod will get a pass. So no core for Nimrod. I think him really just giving the team that extra damage really doesn't contribute too much. I think maybe if you're using the team on Crucible defense, having Nimrod there is going to make the team super scary, 2 times maybe scarier, because of this special ability which flips everything. But in raids, I didn't really feel I did feel an easier time with him, but without him, I still was getting through the raids. If you guys look at his health, his health is actually the lowest, but his damage is the highest. So he's going to be mainly doing damage. That's mainly his job. But let's go to the second character, the one that I unlocked, Sentinel. I think Sentinel is absolutely freaking essential to the survival of the team. I think he does so much. The summons do so much. It's just insane. He has the on-spawn Kingpin mechanic when he has 2 or more Orchis allies, which is Scientist Supreme and Lady Deathstroke. So he gives tons to the summoned allies. He gives immunity to the entire Orchis team, and on his first turn, he also gives 2-turn safeguards to all the Orchis allies, which is super powerful even outside the raids. And his summons also, they have super beefy stats, including health and damage, And overall, he buff up the team. He does the deflect for 2 turns, defense up for 2 turns. Couple that with the safeguard, of course, and he does a ton of damage, damage and offense down. Per summoned, he get more damage. He also his summons in the raids, they're constantly having that taunt going on, so it's going to be even more insane in raids. He feels like a character that is gonna be, we're gonna see him as enemy, whether it's raid or dark dimension. He's already in the dark dimension, dark dimension 9 with I think it's in the city nodes or so. Hero city nodes, he's going to be the main target, one of the main targets. But he definitely gets the core status for me. If I hadn't unlocked him, I would have cored him, but I got lucky on his unlock. Definitely, he is a must-have on the team. He's just awesome. His minions are even more awesome than any normal minion. The minions have base 2 mil, 3 mil health, which is pretty powerful and insane. And I definitely recommend him. Now, Omega Sentinel. By far, I would say she's the #1 threat on this team. She does so much. She does healing, she does damage, she does ability block, she does stuns. She gains revive per summoned tech ally. So she gets the double life, and I think she revives even at max health if you have a good number of summons. And yes, on each summon, tech allies turn heal or Orchis ally for 10% of his max health. If they are already full, she's gonna barrier, and this is not just in raids, guys. And she has the Gambit ping mechanic, which is still to the date on Gambit. As you guys might have noticed, Gambit had some longevity, but he's slightly going away because of his stats. But she's gonna be the new Gambit. She's gonna ping. Whether you put her on the main Orchis team, or you put her on any team, she's gonna be pinging for this amount of damage, and in raids it's even more. And she has the revive chance even outside of the raids. In raids she gets 100% revive chance because of those minions. And overall, she's the #1, I think, priority for coring. I personally couldn't spare any cores, but I am looking most forward to unlocking her. She's pretty powerful. She seems like a OP enemy, specifically if you're placing her on defense in Crucible. She's gonna have very good abilities. She's gonna apply 2 turns of a stun on her opening turn onto all mutant and tech enemies randomly, and this is going to make the matches very RNGL. She's gonna heal. And in terms of character stats, damage, she gets the 3rd damage dealer. She could be a potential raider or striker. I think a striker would be the better choice on her. Omega Sentinel, yeah, she does apply that regeneration, so probably a striker. Raider could be a great choice because of those pings, but all around she has the middle range of stats, and she's the 2nd fastest character after Lady Deathstrike. I think Lady Deathstrike coupled with Omega Sentinel, you shouldn't have any need for Nimrod. I think these two will do enough damage to get you through the raids. Outside of the raids, Nimrod is gonna make it a little bit more scary with the trauma and disrupt, and he's gonna go pretty fast. But overall, Omega Sentinel, I think long term she's gonna be a more sustainable character. She's gonna stay in the meta for a little while, so she's gonna get the core. So between the 3 characters, I think Nimrod will be the one to pass, and he's a good character, but he does not contribute too much to the team. And as you guys can see, his passive is just I mean, in raids it's a lot, but outside the raids it's just extra doesn't do anything for the team. In fact, in outside the raid, it's just giving himself the stats. But thank you guys as always for coming back. I know we've been slacking on the video department. We're trying to make a comeback. We're gonna make this into a new series. We're gonna post all kinds of free-to-play guides, new player guides. Feel free to subscribe and support me further. If you are here for the first time, I appreciate you coming in, and I hope to see you again. By subscribing, there will be a better odd to see you again, but if not, happy to have you. Hope to see you next time. Thank you.